Once, there was a man who woke up every day feeling stuck in procrastination. He had no motivation to go to the gym, to work, or even to fix himself a meal. All he wanted to do was sit and watch TV, only moving when he absolutely had to. He avoided anything that felt hard or uncomfortable, never pushing himself to try or put in effort. Oddly enough, he was happy with his life, despite his lazy habits. Comfort and ease were all he cared about, and he couldn't see any reason to change. One day, just after getting home from work, the man decided he wanted more Skittles. So he headed to the store, walking in with his heavy body and tired, slouched posture. As he reached for the candy, he suddenly noticed someone standing there. A tall, fit, and confident guy. He looked exactly like what the lazy man had always wished he could be, but never had the motivation to become. The fit man noticed him, gave a quick smirk, and stepped aside. Before he knew it, the lazy man blurted out, excuse me, but how did you get so amazing?" The fit man replied, "Yeah, I'm just more careful. I don't create a belly as big as yours." Embarrassed, the lazy man felt his face get hot and walked away, wanting to forget the whole thing. But after that, he couldn't seem to escape this guy. He'd run into him at the store, on the sidewalk, even sometimes just out of the corner of his eye. Always there, giving a look or a comment that left the lazy man feeling smaller each time. It started happening so often, it felt like the guy was following him, almost like he was a part of him, waiting for something, just out of reach. The constant mocking followed him everywhere, until one day, the man couldn't take it anymore. He was so angry that he couldn't focus on anything, not sleeping, not watching TV, not even the things he used to enjoy. The taunts filled his head, haunting him. And in that frustration, something snapped. Driven by a mix of anger and determination, he decided to change. He started small, forcing himself to make choices he usually avoided. He went to the gym, trained his body, and took on challenges he once ignored. Each day, he pushed a little harder, determined to become stronger and better, like the man who had mocked him. But even as he worked, the mocking didn't stop. Day after day, the taunting figure showed up as if testing him. And so he kept going, kept choosing the hard path, the path that forced him to grow. Over time, he channeled all his frustration into something powerful, using it to fuel his transformation. It became his routine, a life driven by focus and resilience. Years passed and the man had become unrecognizable, not only to others but to himself. He was now disciplined, strong, and in control. He had become the best version of himself, a version he never thought possible. And then one day he noticed something. The mocking had stopped. The man he had seen in the supermarket all those years ago was gone, and he finally realized why. That confident, fit man had been a vision of his own potential, the version of himself he could have been all along. The lazy man with a comfortable mindset had been missing that part of him. The part that was relentless, determined, and willing to do whatever it took to become better. In chasing away the shadow that had haunted him, he had grown past it. And in that moment, he understood. He was finally whole, the best version of himself. Because he had embraced the part of him that was always waiting to be found. You might be in the same place as the lazy man, but remember, there's another side of you, another perspective, a different mindset waiting within. You may not be aware of it yet, but I hope through this story I've gotten you closer to it.